Today's topic is what's my favorite lenses for the S5II. So right now I only have 5 native lenses, which is the 16-28, the 28-70, the 50mm f1.8. I have the kit lens, which is the 20-60 millimeters, and I have the 7 Artisans 50mm T1.05. So those are the only 5 native lenses that I own as of right now. I also want to throw in this one EF lens that I use all the time on this camera, which is the 18-35 f1.8 from Sigma. Everybody loves that lens on no matter which camera you use it on. Later on in this video, I'm gonna explain why I still use it on the S5II. I am looking at getting some more lenses. Also, if y'all watching this and y'all have any other lenses for the L mount series that I did not mention, please let me know what's y'all favorite as well. And first things first, I want to talk about my first favorite lens so far on the S5II. I would have to say it's the 28-70, and the reason I say that is because it can go from somewhat wide to like zoomed in all in one lens. Plus it's very lightweight. Quality of it is just amazing. You'll be surprised with some of the images you get with that lens. I was really battling if I should get the 24-70 over that lens, but I feel like me saving that $350, I really think it's still worth it. Another reason I really love this lens is once you switch to APS mode, it basically lets you zoom in even more. So it's basically like having 2-in-1. It's really good to use on gimbals. So with it going from 28-70 on a gimbal, I just think that's amazing because I can get some very versatile shots with that. And to be honest, I really don't have to switch that lens off of my camera at all. But knowing me, I really love a unique perspective, and that's going to lead to the second lens that I want to talk about. I'm actually talking to you guys on it right now, which is the 16-28 from Sigma as well. This is a f2.8. This lens right here is really dope to me. I use it all the time for this type of stuff, like talking heads. I know a lot of people don't really like to use ultra wide lenses for that, but that's my style. I really like to do things that's out of the norm, and that's pretty much what this lens give me a vibe of, especially when I'm in the city and I'm out filming where it's a lot of things going on. I just feel like this is able to capture the full environment, and that's the reason why I feel like it's a must to have an ultra wide angle lens. And just the clarity of it is just as good as the 28-70. And you know, a lot of people usually buy these two lenses together because they are made by the same company. Only difference is the filter size of it is different. The 28-70 has a 67mm filter thread, and on this one it's a 72. But to me, that's not a deal breaker because I have step up rings and all of that. Plus my matte box goes on any size lens. So to me, that's not really a deal breaker, but I'm not gonna lie, I was considering getting the 18mm prime lens from Panasonic because it was a f1.8 over this lens, and it just, I don't know, I feel like it had a nice look to it, but at the same time, this one is way more versatile because you're able to zoom in and out. And once you switch this camera to APS mode, it turns the sensor into a super 35mm. That zooms the lens in even more, so it basically takes it up to like from a 16mm up to like a 27.8 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, I'm just kind of like guessing right now, but that's always a plus. I know a lot of people complain about the crop sensors and all of that, but to me, I think it's a plus because it literally gives you more versatility with zooming these lenses in and basically give you a totally different look. But anyway, I want to talk about the third lens that is on the list. I would have to say it's the Panasonic 50mm f1.8, and I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't own the 28-70 and the 16-28, I would definitely have this as number one, because before I bought all of these other lenses, I only had the kit lens and that 50mm, and the 50mm basically stayed on 90% of the time. Only time I switched it is when I was in tight situations where I needed a little bit more distance away from the subject, or like I wanted to get a wider view. That's when I'll switch to the kit lens. But to be honest, this lens is just amazing to me. Like autofocus is very snappy with it. It literally works very well. I literally just dropped a video a few days ago to show how all of these lenses I'm talking about work with the autofocus live. You know, that way y'all can see it's no bullshit when it comes to Panasonic. It really does work. But anyway, make sure y'all check that video out. But this lens is one of those things where it's just great for photography. It's great for videography, cinematography. It's just all around great. I'm saying I don't have no complaints when it comes to the 50mm. Plus the price of it for only $350 brand new. I just felt like I had to get it. So that was like my favorite lens for a while until I just upgraded. But if you're looking to get this camera and you want a starter lens that's going to take your quality to the next level, that's a great price, I would definitely recommend that 50mm. So the next I want to talk about is the 50mm from 7 Artisans. So I'm not gonna lie, I would probably put this in front of the 50mm from Panasonic, but the only reason why I don't feel like it's better is, you know, it is fully manual, so the focus ring goes a little distant, so when you out shooting handheld, it is kind of hard to like maintain focus, especially at T1.05. Now what I really do love about the lens is it's great in super low light conditions. I literally shot a music video that I dropped as well. Y'all can go check that out. It's literally one of my first low light music videos I dropped on this channel, and y'all can see like how that lens look at night, and it's crazy. It's literally 0% noise in the footage to me personally, and it's just wild to know that this camera, especially coming from Panasonic, never being really good with low light, it's just crazy what you can get with all of these lenses. But that 50mm T1.05 is just amazing, I'm saying. So I would have to put this in 4th place. I know the weight of it for a lot of people would be a problem, but to be honest, with this camera being so light and with it being fully rigged out, I think the extra weight in the front makes my rig feel pretty balanced. That's why I really like the 7 Artisans. It just feels like a cinema camera when I'm holding that lens, and it's just really crazy the quality you get out of it, you know what I'm saying? All right, so the last one on the list is the kit lens, which is the 20 to 60mm 3.5 to 5.6. So that's literally why I would have to put it last, is because, you know, with kit lenses, they're not great for all type of situations because, you know, they get dark as you zoom them in, and I feel like that kind of is a drawback to me. Only thing you can do to fix that is boost up your ISO, but of course the more you boost that up, the less dynamic range you have. And I'm not gonna lie, with this camera you can boost it up to 4,000 to get some clean images. Clearly when I shot that low light video, I was shooting at nothing less than like 1,000 ISO, and all of those images were just glass. So it is a workaround with it, but you do have to sacrifice things to make it work, and that's why I would have to put this lens in last place. But as far as this EF lens that I still use on this camera, which is the 18 to 35, I really feel like this lens is just still the GOAT to me. The only reason I don't use it all of the time is because it is pretty heavy for this camera, and you know, you can't use it in full frame, which I said is not really a problem to me, honestly. But at the same time, I do want to utilize the 6K and all of that, and with that lens I just can't. But overall, I really love the image that lens produces well. I still shoot with my Ursa Mini and all of that, and that's the reason why I purchased this lens, because it literally works on all camera systems. And for all of these lenses that I'm talking about as well, I got a playlist for this camera, the S5II. Make sure y'all go check those videos out so y'all can really confirm what I'm talking about and see the quality of each one. I plan on dropping a lot more videos in the future with all of these lenses. Also, let me know what y'all would like to see as well, you know what I'm saying, because I pretty much like to take requests that people drop in the comments and literally bring it to life, because I know a lot of y'all are still curious to see how certain things will look with certain people using it, you know what I'm saying. So that's pretty much all I got to say for today. I really appreciate y'all tuning in and watching this video. Also, I want to say I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing to this channel. If you're new, it's your boy Prime ATL, and I'll see y'all in the next one.